to know you're being too clingy. Is your woman pulling away from you and making comments about needing space or some more me time? Are you getting on your woman's nerves without even realizing it? Are you clingy? I'm not going to sugarcoat this. Being clingy is one of the biggest turnoffs and can ruin a relationship before even had a chance to properly start, to be honest. So, to help you guard against this happening, I want to give you 5 signs that you're being pretty clingy. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tell you what you need to do to restore your woman's attraction for you and make her forget all about this. Okay, guys? But before we get into it, my name is Apollonia Ponti. I'm a dating, relationship, and attraction coach for men. I help men not only master their attraction skills, but really get results with high quality women. And if you want that, and if you're your first time visiting my channel, I welcome you to click the subscribe button. Click that little subscribe button right now. And to all of my recent and loyal subscribers, I welcome you to comment below, as I love to hear from you and interact with you. All right. Our human nature and our insecurities often can get the best of us and damage our love lives, but I'm here to shine a big bright light on what types of behaviors are sabotaging your romantic endeavors and what you can do about it starting today. So hopefully this doesn't happen too much to you. So maybe even grab a pen and piece of paper, because this video is going to be a good one, guys, that you're going to want to take notes on. So let's get into the first sign. The first sign that you're being too clingy is that you're constantly looking for emotional validation from your woman. This comes in a form of fishing for compliments or even fishing for declarations of the love or affection. For example, you might seek validation of her feelings for you by asking her if she's enjoyed the date the other night, then if she likes to do it again, then if she missed you, then if she's looking forward to seeing you again, or what she's been up to because she hasn't really been texting you much, or worse still, you might be asking her directly if she has feelings for you because she's not reaching out as much anymore as before. Or even worse, you might be making clinging comments like, oh, I saw that you went to a restaurant with your friends last night. I was hoping that maybe we would have had plans to go out last night, but maybe you just don't like me as much as I like you. Yikes. Basically, guys, women don't like to feel suffocated just as much as you wouldn't either. Women want a man that is comfortable in their skin and masculine presence, exhibits secure behaviors, not insecure behaviors. Now, sure, at the beginning of a relationship, there is a period where you feel like you can't think about anything else and you have butterflies and you just want to be in constant contact because everything is so new and exciting. But I often see that one party tends to cling to this period instead of letting the relationship naturally evolve into the next stage, and that causes problems. That's why I always say pacing is the root of attraction. This is especially problematic if you're sprinkling in a snid comment and fishing for validation or words or praise, because it's just going to push her away. I also see this happening when a guy starts to associate the stability of the relationship with the amount of sex they're having. Like, they get fixated on how desirable she finds him. And if the amount of sex they're having diminishes, as it naturally does over time, he'll start to act insecure and needy. Next up, another huge sign of clinginess is when you start to focus all of your time and energy on a woman and lose sight of your own life. I see this with men who lose track of their friends, their families, their goals, their professional relationships, their physical fitness also too, all because they become so fixated on a woman. I do see this more often in young men, but not only. Either way, it is something that makes you look emotionally immature in the eyes of a woman, and is a huge turnoff for a high-value woman. Guys, if this is happening to you, you need to snap out of it immediately. You either are going to push her away or develop codependent relationships that could easily become toxic. I've even seen cases in which guys neglect all other areas of their lives and wind up becoming less attractive in the eyes of a woman, and then the relationship suffers. In many cases, the relationship totally falls apart, and when the breakup happens, the man is left feeling totally lost and alone because he hadn't maintained any of his friendships or his goals or hobbies. The third sign that you're being too clingy is when you paint the red flags orange or yellow. What does this mean? Well, it simply means that you become so attracted to a woman, or the idea you have of a woman in your head, that you ignore the things about her that don't align with your needs. And then you just make excuses or convince yourself that these little hiccups are temporarily and that everything will be better later on once XYZ happens. But by doing so, you're just clinging onto the idea of a person and not the respecting your genuine well-being, to be honest. Guys, this type of thing can really get you in a world of trouble. Next tip, we have something very interesting that I come across from time to time in my coaching sessions and my group coaching. I sometimes see men get so caught up in the chase that they have no standards for the woman that they date. It just becomes more of a goal that they need to get. Something that happens when a man attaches his sense of worth to a woman he has on his arm. For some, it's having an extremely beautiful supermodel type. For others, it's making sure he's not single. But the problem is that he just gets obsessed with the idea of getting the woman and doesn't even pay attention to whether or not she's reciprocating or initiating. And for her, it becomes a turnoff because there's no real connection. So then how do you ensure that you're not clingy? What is the right amount of attention to give a woman? Well, it boils down to something very, very simple, my friends. Cultivating an extremely gratifying life of your own, mindset, self-worth, and building that relationship with self. When you're able to carve out time for your goals, yourself, your family, your friends, your well-being, your physical health, travel, your hobbies, your passions, etc., then two things happen. One, you become busy naturally. You literally don't have time to be clingy because you're busy doing the things that you love and positive stuff that is making an impact in your life and infinitely better. You're cultivating a life that you love and fulfilled and balanced and happy. And then two is this type of balanced, healthy lifestyle is extremely attractive to a woman. When we don't have a balanced lifestyle, usually we try to find our happiness in someone else. Plus, this makes the push and pull of seduction effortlessly and healthy. Easy as well, because you don't even have to think about it. That's what I call the healthy push and pull. It's a dynamic that's just healthy. You don't have to plan out when you're going to sprinkle in some mystery and maybe make her wait for a reply for your text, because you're actually be out doing interesting things. So you're not going to be on your phone constantly. You're not going to be stressed out about when she's going to call you. And then when you do respond to her, you'll have something interesting to share and the both of you will just flow in attraction. So the key here, guys, is to genuinely just create a great life. This is how you're going to keep yourself safe from clingy behaviors that wind up pushing one way. Not only create a great life, but when I say create a great life, that's like the umbrella answer for all of it. Unravel your traumas, go into personal development, have balanced friendships, get out of your comfort zone. So much lives in there. And when it comes to the right amount of attention to give a woman, it's really going to vary from person to person. But the goal is to have full days so you're not just left wandering, pinning your woman's attention. People often ask me if they should talk to a woman they're dating every single day. And the answer is no, unless you've gotten to that level that you guys are both doing that, because it's been months on. When you're in the beginning stages of dating a woman, you do not need to be talking every single day, every single hour. What you do need to be is balanced. However, is giving her also too an opportunity to miss you and think about you. You want her to be wondering about you from time to time, because this is how you naturally build seduction and attraction, and also sometimes sexual tension between the two of you. So as long as you're genuinely busy in your life and still are able to connect with and communicate with her, you're going to be able to create an attractive dynamic. You're not a fake busy, right? I'm not saying that, oh, I'm working right now and so I'm so busy and I saw her text, but I'm just not going to reply to it right now. Like, no, you can reply to it. It's just that's where we can get into games and I have to act a certain way. No, because if you build a life that you love, there's going to be times when you can and you can't respond quickly. Just steer clear of fishing for compliments and validation or begging her if she doesn't respond to you right away, or even bugging her, I should say. Again, give her the opportunity to crave, to desire, to miss you. This truly is the key to getting her hooked on you. I mean, it's human nature, really. As humans, we always have to work for something we want to receive. And when we do, we appreciate it more the more we work on it. The moment something feels like it's readily available to humans all the times, you start taking it a little bit for granted, or you start thinking, what's wrong with this? So show up as high value man that you are, and don't let yourself to get taken for granted, because you've got this. If this is something that speaks to you and you're having a hard time with this, I want you to book a free dating evaluation call to see how I can help you move further. Maybe you can do some group coaching with me for a 12-week program that I have called the Algorithm of Attraction, or maybe even some private coaching. And you can book it. It's completely free. Book a free dating evaluation call. And as always, I'll see you in the next video we have right over here. If you want to continue watching, I would highly, highly encourage you to watch this video if you are this man on how to get a younger woman's attention. It's a pretty great video. As always, I'll see you in the next one. Remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.